Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Denis and welcome back to another discussion of 1 year 365. And today we'll actually talk or discuss about winter festival over here. This is part 7 out of 7 parts of winter season mini series, and yes, this is the last day or the last part for that. I feel like it's not um, it won't be enough if we don't actually talk about the festivals that are happening during winters. So I guess we will talk about that. Also, I think from what I've seen, this is just for the lists of festivals. It means that we won't actually talk about those individual festivals. We're just gonna mention which festivals in which countries, and that's just it, basically. Also, yeah, to recap, I guess the first part we talk about winter season in general, and then the second part we talk about the winter sports or activities that you do during winter season, and then in the third part we talk about blizzard or the natural disaster that can happen in the winter. And then in the fourth part we talk about hibernation for animals during winters, just like that. And in the fifth part we talk about the polar night, or a night in which it may got extended to extremely up to 1 year long. And then in the sixth part, we talk about winter solstice. It's kind of the same as the polar night, for except for the fact that this occurs anywhere, and the length of the additional time, or not additional time, but more like the shortest or longest night or day, is pretty much dependent according to your location in the earth. Like, you're in the certain degree of range, and that's just it. And the amount is not extreme as the ones having the polar night. You can have like only few minutes, maybe hours. I'm still not sure the answer for that, but the length is not that extreme, and it's just 1 day basically, and that's just pretty much it. And for the seventh part or the last part, which is today, we'll talk about Winter Festival, just to wrap things up. And yeah, that's just it basically. um, let's just start. I guess this one's probably will be the shortest one, just for the fact that it's just a list of festivals, and that's just it. And yeah, and I'll probably put some thoughts about myself for these festivals, and see which one I want to visit in the future, maybe, and just to attend the festival in general. So yeah, let's start, I guess. A winter festival, winter carnival, show festival, snow festival, or frost fair is an outdoor cold weather celebration that occurs in winter time. Um, Winter festivals are popular in D climate, see Köppen climate classification, where winter is particularly long or severe, such as Siberia, Scandinavia, Canada, and the northern United States. Most winter carnivals involve traditional winter pursuits such as dog sledding, ice hockey, ice carving, skating, skiing, and snow carving. Okay. Some notable winter carnivals include we have Winter Olympic Games. We actually mentioned about this in the winter sport in the second part, so go check that out just to see which uh, Olympic Games that happens during winter, and that's just pretty much it. Spoilers alert! It's just like there's ice hockey, there's ski, I think like ski jumping, and then what else? I kind of forgot already. I think there's like snowboarding as well. There's like bandy. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. Um, Next, we have Canada over here. It's called Bonsu Winter Carnival, held in Ontario. Okay, not sure what that is. Again, you can pretty much take a look at this just by pressing these individual links. So this is just basically a page for collective festivals throughout the world, and that's just it basically. And then there is Ice on White Festival, held in Alberta. And then we have Park John Drapeau Winter Festival in Quebec. Quebec Winter Carnival, obviously in Quebec. Snow King Winter Festival in Northwest Territories, okay. And then Winter Festival of Lights held in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And then there is Winter Loot held in the National Capital Region along the Ontario Quebec border. Oh, okay. And then we have in China, there is Changbai Mountain International Winter Carnival held in Erdao Baihe. Okay. And then there is Harbin International Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival held in Harbin, Heilongjiang. Okay. And in England, we have River Thames Frost Fairs, formerly held in London, England, between the 17th century and early 19th century. I see. River Thames. I think this one's the one in the when you're doing what is it called? Like uh, New Year's Eve as well. I think there is like festivals here as well, so there's that. And then we have Estonia Tallinn Christmas Market. Oh, so this is a market basically in Tallinn. Okay. And then France, we have Concours International de Sculpture sur Glace or Glaze at Sur Naiji, held in Faloira or Faloar. Yeah. In Japan, we have Asahikawa Winter Festival in Hokkaido. Oh, Hokkaido is, I think, in the northernmost of Japan, I think. And then we have Chitose Lake Shikotsu Ice Festival in Hokkaido as well. We have Iwate Snow Festival in Iwate Prefecture. Okay. Lake Shikari Betsu Kotan held on top of frozen lake in Shikawi, Hokkaido. Oh, it's all Hokkaido. Not really all, but most. Okay. Sapporo Snow Festival in Hokkaido as well. And then for the last, Tokamachi Snow Festival in Niigata Prefecture. I see. Um, okay, there's that. Um, yeah, Japan. Also, I'm not sure if this is pretty much every single festival, or maybe there is some other things that are not mentioned over here. So there's that. Maybe even in Japan, in like Tokyo, maybe there is festival like winter festivals. I'm not sure, but at least there's that. And then we have Latvia International Ice Sculpture Festival in Jelgava. Okay. And then we have Norway, a Holmenkollen Ski Festival in Oslo. And then we have Ice Music Festival in Gilo or Gailo. And then in Russia, we have International Festival Competition of Snow and Ice Sculpture held in Krasnoyarsk. I think that's the eastern part of Russia. And then we have Perm International Snow and Ice Sculpture Festival held in Perm. Um, I'm not sure where Perm is. I think it's either in the northwest of Russia or either in the center, like near Moscow. But I think this one is in the northwest actually. But yeah. And then in Sweden, we have Gamla Stan Christmas Market held in Sweden, in Stockholm. Sweden, I think Stockholm is like um, the main city of Sweden. Not main city, what's it called again? Like region for the capital. Oh, yeah, the capital of Sweden, I think. And then there is Julpa Leisberg in Gothenburg, Sweden. And then we have Skansen Christmas Market in Stockholm as well. And then we have Swedish Ski Games in Falun, Sweden. I think this one is probably in the mountain area. And yeah, in the US, we have annual Frost Fair at Saratoga National Historical Park in New York. Okay. And then we have Bavarian Ice Fest in Washington. And then Budweiser International Snow Sculptures Championships in Colorado. And then we have Dartmouth Winter Carnival in New Hampshire. And then Michigan Technological University's Winter Carnival in Michigan. And then St. Paul Winter Carnival in Minnesota. And City of Lake Slopet in Minnesota. And then we have Saranac Lake Winter Carnival in New York, and Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival in Colorado, and Winter Skull in Colorado again, and World Ice Art Championships held in Fairbanks, Alaska. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this probably is the shortest one, I think. But there's that. There's also a lot of things. See also Christmas market, list of Christmas markets, list of ice and snow sculpture events. I think I'm going to discuss this in the future in the holiday miniseries or Christmas miniseries. Like I don't know which I will make in the future, but there's that. And then references, we have this, and yeah, not a lot of reference if you ask me, but then again, they probably, uh, from this, there's probably already a lot of, yeah, like this one, the official international directory of special events and festivals. There's probably a lot of stuff over here that covers pretty much all of this, and there's that. Also, like I said, I feel like there is other place in the world as well. Like, let's say just like Australia, I feel like there is a winter festival in Australia as well. It's not over here, maybe, right? And then let's say maybe in Europe as well. Maybe in India, in the South Asia, maybe there's one. Maybe in South America as well, like in Brazil, but it's not mentioned over here. So yeah, I feel like festival. There's pretty much a lot of things. Well, in my area, because we don't have winter, so is there any rainy festival? Uh, I don't think so, but yeah, I feel like yeah, you're right. I guess it makes sense now because um, at least in my country, there is no festival during rainy season. There is also no festival during dry season. So yeah, there is no festival for that. Maybe there is none as well in other countries, but I feel like there should be one, right? Like, let's just say, like, just put some of this ice and snow sculpture, for instance. Like, I've seen many of those, apparently. At least there's that. Um, out of this, I think the one that I want to visit the most is probably Japan because Hokkaido. So I watched videos from the channel called Abroad in Japan, and there is actually an episode in which they travel to Hokkaido, which is basically the northern the northmost area in Japan, and it's just pretty much covered in snow. So there's that, and I feel like there's a lot of place there that can be visited, I think. And yeah, it's just a lot of snow, so it's not gonna be that cold, I would say, but it's still like doable, right? Like uh, you can pretty much visit a lot of places there. So yeah, I kind of want to visit Hokkaido just for that. Especially when this festival happens, as you can see, there are pretty much four festivals in Hokkaido. Well, at least that's mentioned here. Maybe there is some more in some other cities in Hokkaido, maybe, right? But yeah, there is four here. I feel like pretty much when you visit Hokkaido, then you can pretty much just stay for probably like I don't know, maybe weeks, and you can just pretty much visit these all of these in the same period of time. Well, maybe not. Maybe they make this in different time. Maybe one in December, maybe one in January, maybe one in February. I'm not sure, but yeah, like if that's the case, then you probably will need multiple times of visit. But if they are pretty much close by each other, then you can pretty much do that in one time, like in one, in one visit pretty much. And there's that. Yeah, because Hokkaido is kind of interesting, I would say. I kind of want to visit that anyway, but yeah, I guess there's that. Anyway, I think that'll be it for this video discussion about Winter Festival. As you can see, there's a lot of festival here. It doesn't really cover every country, I don't think. Oh yeah, over here, it just literally said some notable winter carnivals include. It's just some of them. It's not most of them. It's not all of them. It's just some. So it's just pretty much some and not all. So yeah, if you're in your country, there's a lot of festivals. I would suggest you to visit these, and then like have yourself some edits over here and then put some reference as well, so that people can I guess people like me can, when they read this, they can have a much more, what is it like, lists of festivals that happen in your country. So maybe people will come visit your country just by looking at the lists, and then maybe just for the name they got interested and search for it, and maybe they will be interested to visit, and yeah, basically pretty much just to promote your country in general. So yeah, again, if you're from other country in which your festival is not mentioned here, I feel like you will need to uh, yeah, put some over here, some articles over here, I would say, as well as the reference as well. But that's just pretty much it, and that concludes our mini series for winter season mini series. This has been part 7 out of 7 parts of winter season mini series. The first part we talk about the winter season in general. The second part we talk about the winter sports or activities. Third part we talk about something I forgot, with blizzard or natural disaster that occurs in winter. And then in the fourth part we talk about hibernation in animals. In the fifth part we talk about polar nights. Sixth part we talk about winter solstice. And in the seventh part, which is today, we talk about the winter festivals, just for the cultural stuff, I would say. So yeah, there's that. And that will conclude our winter season mini series, and that's just it. This has been interesting for me because winter in general, um, it's interesting because it's the time of the year in which it got real cold, and it's just snowy. I never seen snow in my life, so I would be pretty much excited if I can see one someday in the future. So yeah, help me get my one of my dream come true just by consider subscribing if you enjoyed this, to help the channel in general, so that this can gather some money, and then or funding, and then I can pretty much spend those doing some travels, and then just a lot of reviews from that. I think that's my biggest goal, one of my biggest goals in the future, probably just to travel the world and share the experience with you guys, and that's just it basically. But yeah, that's for the future. But for now, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy it. This winter season mini series. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you again soon with another series. And that's just pretty much it. Until then, see ya.